Hello, welcome to Austin Raindrop Kitchen. We are going to make a dessert today for Valentine's Day. It's coming from the Ottoman cuisine. And it's going to be a dessert and it's going to be fried puffs and it's very easy to make and it's going to be in the syrup. It's very Ottoman style. I hope you are going to like that and you are going to cook for your friends or your loved ones. It's going to be very easy. When it comes to ingredients, what we have 2 cups of the water, 2.5 cups of the flour. We have 3 eggs over here and 1 tablespoon of butter, and I have 1 teaspoon, very full one, sugar, and I also use 1 teaspoon of salt. And it's gonna be syrupy, and I have the syrup already prepared overnight. And I use 3 cups of the water, but this is not the generous one, but I use very full cups of the sugar, and I'm gonna show you the consistency of the syrup is gonna be very drippy. And boil these 2 ingredients until you get this color and this consistency, and I want them to be, you fridge in the overnight and make it like this thickness. This is important in the recipe. Process in the stove, we are having the 2 cups of the water and we are going to boil with butter. And if you know the eclair cake, and it's the same process and they are doing exactly the same recipe for the dough, and you can see right now. And we are going to boil everything until everything is melt down. It seems like we need 5 or 10 minutes for boiling. And it's time to put some flour in. And we are going to mix everything very fast, smooth. Until everything turn down a little bit the heat, and now we are mixing. Just make sure everything mixed well until all the water and butter mix absorbed. Takes very little time, and if you use organic flour and if you use organic eggs, turns out very good one. Now it's time to turn off. It's already done and it's needed to be cooled down. Okay. Now as you see, we are mixing everything. Just make sure we got the dough very consistent and it's elastic, like, it's sticky, and we have to have the dough cool down. That's why we are taking to the plate. It's really hot right now. And we are spreading around until dough needs to be cooled down. As you see, dough is already cooled down. It's not hot anymore. You can touch. It's like a room temperature. It's very sticky. Now it's time to add eggs by 1 by. I am going to add 1, and the process is just 1 by. And I am using my mixer, and it needed to be a little bit slower because of my processor is so fast. I don't want to make a mess, and I use my hand to make dough very consistent. And I ate the second egg, and I am going to use my hand again to make the dough. Now it's time for the last egg. You can see the dough is already very sticky, elastic. And I have the last one. And don't forget to add your love to your food. Now I am mixing the rest of the ingredients. Now dough is ready, and I have the cream puff tips over here. I don't know the number, and it's going to be like a star shaped. And I will put half of my dough inside this, and I will use the second batch next time. And I put everything in to make sure I can press here. Now I press all this dough up to here, and we are ready to fry now. Now as you see, we have the cold oil, vegetable oil, and the heat is going to be on the second level. It's very low, and we are going to keep it until all this oil is going to be bubbling. It's going to cook slowly first, and then we will raise up the high. And we have also syrup here. You can always go check our baklava recipe how to make it. As I said, 3 cups of the sugar, full one, and 3 cups of the water is boiled. It's gonna be thick, very thick. And then I prepared this overnight. Now this is going to be golden brown fried, and then I am gonna add after that inside my syrup. And it's needed to be, I am now increasing more and halfway, and you see it's becoming bubbly. As you see, it's very golden brown, it's very crispy, and from frying to directly to it's going to be very crispy. You can serve it with whipped cream or some fruits. That will be the best serving. Just a couple of minutes in the syrup, and we are taking to the plate because we don't want them to be mushy, and they are going to absorb all this syrup. And after they cool down, if you want to add more syrup, you can add it. But now it needs it to be cooled down.